Saints, listen. When it comes to self-sabotage, we tend to think we're experts on it, that we know what self-sabotage is. We think self-sabotage is staying awake till late hours even though you need to work tomorrow. Why is that self-sabotage? Because you'll be quite tired in the morning, you'll likely get late at work, and if you do get on time at work, you'll likely won't be able to perform well and you'll risk losing your job. That's from self-sabotage. Or other forms of self-sabotage may be not asking for help when you need to ask for help because you're too embarrassed to ask for help or you're afraid of being rejected help. Then you end up doing too much on your own and you end up having a burnout. There are various ways of self-sabotage. Another way of self-sabotage is to hang around bad people. Because when you hang around bad people, their negative tension is going to harm you. So holding on to people that aren't good for you is also a form of self-sabotage. But let me tell you another form of self-sabotage that we often don't realize it's self-sabotage. Because we were never informed about this. Because listen, society deformed us. Society shaped us a certain way so that we would end up self-sabotaging ourselves. Society cannot actively sabotage every one of its members. So society trains you from birth to sabotage yourself in the long run. So on the short term, we know that we shouldn't endanger ourselves and we shouldn't put ourselves in risky situations. But there's also something as long-term self-sabotage. That is when you have attitudes that won't benefit you in the long run. And one of those attitudes I'm going to talk about in this video. And that's the attitude of avoiding life's challenges. Look, there's a difference between moving away from a dangerous situation and avoiding a challenge of life. If you're on the bus and there are some people on the bus who look very angry and they begin to stare at you and you decide, you know what, I'm going out at the next bus stop, that's not you being a coward. You see that those people are negatively charged and you see that they're desperate to look for a fight to unload. So you think, you know what, I don't want to be on this bus when they escalate because even if I would survive it, it's not worth to survive it and have to heal from this trauma. So you get off the bus. That's avoiding a dangerous situation. What if someone is challenging you to a fight, but you realize, hold on a minute, if I fight this guy, even if I win, I may end up in jail for assault, or if the guy suddenly hits his head, when he falls, he may die, then I will be in prison for a few years for manslaughter or whatever, or I may lose my job because I'm arrested, because the employer doesn't want to be associated with people that are arrested by the cops. So when you avoid negative situations, that is not cowardice, that's healthy. But then, let's say now that you work somewhere and there are some colleagues who begin to project their issues onto you. They don't like you. Are you going to just quit your job and stay without an income because some people decided to dump their issues on you? Well, look, it depends. If they escalate and make false police reports, and if they escalate into physical violence, okay, then you may decide, you know what, I need to get out of here. But just because people decide to have issues with you, are you just going to move away? No. They have challenges they don't want to face. So the way they deal with it is by looking for distraction. And their distraction is hating on you. As simple as that. So are you going to allow their denial to have a grip on you? To shut you down from having an income? No. You are going to learn how to deal with those people in a constructive way. And it's only when it becomes way too dangerous and you see there are hints, okay, that you get out of there, then you get out of there. But you're not, just because there is some difficulty, you get out. That's self-sabotage. And let me explain to you why it's self-sabotage. Because if people know of you that you have the habit of just walking away anytime difficulty appears, the only thing they have to do is to show angry faces or begin to talk behind your back and suddenly you'll leave. And that's how they will be able to withhold things from you. Let's say that you often go to a snack bar. It can be that at the snack bar over there are people working who like you and We want to offer you some business deal. Let's say you're not aware of this. Let's say other people heard a rumor that the owner of the snack bar wants to do a business deal with you, and he's about to approach you soon. Now, the people that hear it don't do anything with their lives, so they don't want to see anyone else succeeding. So the only thing those people do is to go to that snack bar often, show angry faces, and you often leave. Eventually, you don't come there anymore, and now you miss out on a business opportunity. People will be able to shut down your future. They'll be able to shut down your blessings when you have the attitude of always just fleeing from difficulty. Look, if a situation is dangerous, you should get out of it. That's different. But not every difficulty means you need to flee or you need to get out. There are times you need to face a situation in power. I'm not telling you to face a situation without power. Because if you face a situation without power, you're likely to be set up or to be wounded. You need to face a situation in a powerful attitude. And once you face a situation in a powerful attitude, that's going to scare people off. Because this, the psychology of fallen mankind. If people get away with just scaring you away, they'll go further. Soon, they'll not just scare you away, soon they'll come with weapons on you. If they succeed in scaring you away with just angry looks, the next step is to come with physical weapons into your face. Because they feel gratified getting away with the small stuff. So then they'll proceed to the bigger stuff. There are people out there who missed on many opportunities in life because they always get out of difficult situations. And the only advantage is that they are alive. The only advantage is that they have a good reputation because they're never in any type of trouble. But the side effect is that they missed out on blessings. Now, am I telling you to go into the full argument mode and to argue with everyone to put people in their place? No. I'm not telling you to do that either. I'm just telling you that there are times you need to constructively deal with the difficulty that other people produce. Because worldly people will produce difficulty just to distract themselves. They don't want to face any issues in life, so they want to make life hard on you as distraction. They want to make life hard on you. They want to make things difficult for you. They want to put you in a bad situation so that they can feel good about themselves. That's how they distract themselves from facing themselves. That's something worldlings love to do. They do it often. If you are known to just walk away from difficulty, then it's easy for them to control you. If you're someone who always goes into a fight mode, that's also dangerous, because then they can trick you into an argument and then use your self-defense as an excuse to further attack you. That's how some people are even killed. That's how some people are trapped in smear campaigns, because when you defend yourself in a very aggressive way, people tend to see that as very intimidating. And that's how people end up destroying their own reputation, not realizing that it was better for them to just walk away. So look, in this life, you need to examine the context of a situation and examine your own position. And then based on that, you take constructive actions to get out of the situation better than you came into it. And where possible, you also consider the interests of other people. There are two forms of self-sabotage. One is always go into the attack mode when you're attacked. People call this self-defense or having self-respect. It's self-sabotage because it's not worth it. The other one is to always walk away from difficulty. Both are destructive. Both harm you as well as those around you in the long run. That's why Christ said, "Be wise as serpents and innocent as doves." So Christ commanded us to develop our characters and to develop our life's attitude to such an extent that people can't figure us out. Because when people can't figure you out, they tend to leave you alone. You're not supposed to become too secretive, because that will trigger anger and anxiety to people, but you shouldn't be in a condition where people have figured you out easily. Now, people can be familiar with you, but don't allow them to become too familiar. Don't operate in patterns that people can easily predict what you're going to do next. When you are too predictable for people, They're going to develop expectations towards you. And if one day you don't meet those expectations, they'll lose it. Even though those expectations are not yours, it's theirs. It doesn't matter. They feel disappointed or they feel let down by you, they take it out on you. Instead of looking at themselves and asking, why do I feel let down by this guy? Or why do I feel let down by this woman? Who told me to expect this? Instead of facing themselves, they will blame it on you. So when you are a little chaotic, even if you just appear chaotic, people can't really figure it out and they'll think, oh, whatever. That's a way you prevent others from being encouraged to take action against you. Now, there are going to be people who are going to take offense at you anyway, because some people are just offended people who want an outlet to escalate. But by being wise as a serpent, you anticipate a lot of stuff. Do not sabotage yourself by always avoiding difficulty. And do not sabotage yourself by always attacking when people attack you. Check the situation, check the context, check your position, check the interests of others, and let the Holy Spirit guide you in what to do, what to say in the situation. Was it for now? Keep it on green with Christ and be at peace.